Good day. My name is Ed Kanglip, and I am with FILAMLAWYERS, where we help U.S. persons with their Philippine assets. I'm joined by my attorney partners. Please welcome attorneys Chester Oxamer and Dr. Ray Gervasio.
Hello.
Hello.
Today, we'd like to go over the interesting topic of dual citizenship. In my law practice, this is a common, frequently asked questions. So we'd like to start with Dr. Gervasio. Dr. Gervasio, I know that you have a comparison, a quick pro and con checklist. Could you please share that with our audience, please?
Sure. Dual citizens do enjoy certain benefits, such as the right to vote in both countries. They have access to social services, in other words, government services that are provided for the benefit of the community, such as education, Medicare, and Social Security. You also have the right to work without a visa. Other benefits, you're able to attend school at the citizen tuition rates. You're able to carry passports from both countries. This eliminates what they call long-term visas if you are going to be staying in one location longer than a certain time. But probably one of the most popular reason or benefit that people obtain the dual citizenship is the right to own real property. Unlike the US, some countries limit ownership of real property to its citizens. Some disadvantages, very briefly, is the laws of both countries certainly will apply to you if you're a dual citizen. So, for example, taxation. You could be subject to double taxation. Now, the income taxation subject to treaties. In other words, a lot of the potential double tax could be eliminated by the income tax treaties. However, the Philippines does not have any estate tax treaties with any country. Certainly the US has very limited estate tax treaties with certain countries, but not with the Philippines. Finally, having dual citizenship can make it difficult for you to obtain security clearances. It's often necessary if you're going to apply for certain government jobs. So those are some of the benefits and detriments or disadvantages of having dual citizenship.
Attorney Chester Oxamer is the attorney on our team that is actually licensed in the Philippines, and he is intimately aware of some of the more complicated topics related to dual citizenship. One of the things I'd like Attorney Oxamer to go over with our audience is the concept of mandatory or forced heirship or compulsory heirship, and then also some of the taxation issues related to owning assets in the Philippines and how that is calculated with respect to estate taxes.
In the Philippines, we have what is called as compulsory heirship. Members of your family are mandated by law to receive a portion of your estate. So when you make a will, you are required to reserve a portion of it for them before you to anybody else you want to receive as beneficiaries of your estate. So when you're a dual citizen, especially in a country where you're also a citizen where there is no compulsory heirship, there is now a conflict of laws between these two. So which law do you apply? Being a citizen, you are entitled to rights and privileges of a citizen, but you're also subject to all its limitations and obligations. You cannot say that by the time you die, I will choose the one most advantageous to me. Even if you do that, you cannot say when you will die, right? So maybe I'm planning, okay, I'm feeling that I'm dying tomorrow, I'm going to write a will that says I'm a US citizen. Is that enough to renounce your other citizenship? I believe it is not. It won't be enough. So that is where the conflict happens when you possess dual citizenship. Filipinos by nature will leave to their loved ones, right? We leave the estate to their loved ones. So that's basically why we have compulsory heirship. The laws recognize that they we have a family culture. By nature, you will leave to your spouse and your children, right? But if you're a dual citizen, here's one complicated scenario. What if in that country, like the United States, same-sex marriage is recognized, right? And in the Philippines, you we do not have same-sex marriage yet. So in the Philippines, basically, to the same gender, in the point of view of the Philippines, you're not married at all. So if you want to leave to your spouse and you by intent you gave to your compulsory heir, which is your surviving spouse. But if that is of the same sex, when you're a Filipino citizen, that will not be recognized at all. And that portion that you gave to your surviving spouse will go to your other heirs as a Filipino.
Yeah, very interesting, right, Ray? You and I are both lawyers here in the United States, particularly in California, and we don't have any concept of forced heirship. I mean, we have jurisdictions like in the East Coast where we have people like Leona Helmsley who actually give inheritance to their non-human, like pets, like a dog. And then in our practice, Ray, all the time we have cases where they give all to one child or they give all to their spouse, and they don't have to do that. So it's very interesting to see this dynamic, and I think this is one of the points of distinction. If you actually want to become a dual citizen, you have to be comfortable with this ability of making sure that you follow the rules in the Philippines and the rules in the United States.